Before we get started today, I have something special to share with you. You know how many people I talk to who say, Melissa, I don't even know what I want. I don't have a big vision for my life. And they feel like something's wrong with them. But here's the truth. You're not going to have a clear vision if you haven't gotten intentional about excavating it, about really digging deep into your soul to find it. But once you do, everything changes. And it's not about figuring out what the next 50 years of your life looks like right now. It's more about finding what you do know, leaning into that, and then letting the next step reveal itself. There's actually a process to this. You may have heard me talking about Living Mind Love by now. It's the brand new Mind Love community that will be working towards something for an entire year together in a way that actually fits into your life. Well, our very first month together is all about getting clear on your vision. And if you already have one, we're going even deeper. I've taken everything I've learned from nearly 500 interviews with the world's most brilliant minds, and I've broken it down into simple steps that actually work. You'll be part of the first ever Mind Love community on School, so we get to uncover all of this together. So if you're ready to find your vision, go to mindlove.com/living and join the waitlist, and you'll get instant access to my 10-year vision meditation. So let's get into today's episode. Welcome to Mind Love Premium, episode 53. Today's episode is all about transforming regret of motherhood to postpartum happiness.
I felt like, what's wrong with me? I'm different. My daughter was maybe 1.5 or 2 years old. I was starting to heal, but I could not say I love being a mother. And there was still some shame and embarrassment about that. It is really about validating a mom and saying, you are okay. I learned to love myself and find happiness, even though I landed on the role of mother and I didn't love it. And so the letter to my daughter is basically kind of saying, whatever you choose, I will stand by you. Anything that might bring a shame or guilt around being different.
Deciding to have a baby is more than just deciding to bring a child into this world. It's also about fundamentally changing your role in your lifetime. What if you're not that good at it? What if it's harder than you thought it would be? What if you realize after the fact that you're just not cut out to be a mom? Or what if you just kind of hate your new role a little? I can bet some of you out there cringed a little just hearing that. And why? Is it so crazy to think that some people may not like losing all their independence, waking up multiple times per night, having a tiny human basically attached to you most of your waking hours, or making sounds so loud that you can't hear yourself think during the rest of those hours? Maybe for some of us, but for others, motherhood just isn't what they expected it to be. Okay, I can practically hear you thinking, well, maybe they should have thought about that before they chose to have a baby. Yeah, maybe. But consider also how much motherhood is sold to us as the thing that's going to complete our lives. Yeah, parts of it sound terrible, but don't worry, the love makes it all worth it. I'll be real with you, like I always try to be. That promise was true for me. I was kind of scared about having kids for most of my life. I didn't think that I would love it as much as I do. Pregnancy was the thing that caught me off guard. It felt like 9 months of nauseated purgatory. And maybe the contrast of that experience to motherhood made it feel even more magical for me. Or maybe it's because my baby is absolutely perfect and he filled a hole in my heart that I didn't even realize I had. I'm sure most moms feel that way, but my experience is not the experience that everyone has. It doesn't mean that they don't love their babies. It just means that they don't love the role. And the role is hard, y'all. Another thing to consider is that more women, or people, are having babies later in life. So for some, that means that they've figured out what they want. They've lived up their independent days and they really know that they're ready for this next phase. That's how I feel. For others, though, this means that they've figured out what they want, they've lived up their independent days, and they really believed that they were ready for the next phase, but when it comes, it's almost a shock to the system. It just wasn't what they envisioned. Or maybe the bond, the bliss, the feeling that their life is complete just isn't there. Yes, they love their child, but they just don't love momming every minute of every day. They miss who they were before the baby, which, let's be real, kind of happens to every mom a little, right? So, how do you cope if being a parent just isn't what you thought it would be? Well, that's what we're talking about today. Our guest is Marissa Zwato. She's a licensed therapist who specializes in prenatal and postpartum counseling. She became really passionate about helping moms prepare and adjust to a new baby after experiencing postpartum depression and feelings of regret after a very tumultuous transition into motherhood. She understands what it takes to be on a healing journey to find acceptance, meaning, and happiness in the role of motherhood. So 3 key things we will learn are the taboo postpartum truths, how to cope when you're grieving your old life, and how to enjoy being a mom your way. But before we dive in, I want to invite you to wake up to the morning mind love. Every weekday morning, you get a little inspiration to set your tone for the day. So think of it like a love letter from the cosmos. And when you sign up, you get 2 amazing free gifts, a 30-minute meditation and 30 days of self-reflective journaling to help you grow. And it's all completely free. So join over 9,000 people and go to mindlove.com to sign up. Hey there, wild minds. So this was just a preview, but you can access the whole episode with a Mind Love premium membership. If Mind Love has been helpful to you in any way, consider helping support the show by joining this exclusive community. I promise I'm making it totally worth it. You get exclusive episodes, which means twice the Mind Love, in a private feed that imports right to your favorite podcast app, so you don't have to go to the web to listen. And that's not all. You also get all Mind Love episodes ad-free for uninterrupted listening. You get early access to episodes, and you get bonus video interviews and powerful meditation downloads. And finally, you get priority access to me, so you're free to reach out to me with any questions that you have about life, love, relationships, success, whatever it might be. And in more good news, you can get started free with a 2-week free trial. Just go to mindlove.com/premium. And if you're a student, reach out to me on Instagram and I'll give you a special discount.